I welcome you in my channel Planetsatplay. Earlier I told you about the characteristic of first house and second house, and today we'll discuss about the third house. So first house is all about our identity and how do we come across, and in second house we come to know about our needs and what do we value. Now the third house. Third house you can compare. I'll give you an example. When a baby is born, it is seen by the first house because he doesn't know anything about himself. Then when he grows up, he comes to know, he'll start crying and start demanding food and all that. And then after that, the third house comes. So when the third house comes, then the baby start exploring. So third house tells about the environment which a child experiences when he starts learning the first word, language. He starts using his hand, feet. Basically the third house tells about the early learning environment of any person. The child learns from his siblings, uncle, auntie, his extended family, his neighbors. So who all are around him, child learns from them. So the third house. So third house covers all these our relatives, and third house covers our language, communication skill, writing skill, expression, artistic skill, books, networking, and these days Google, Yahoo, outdoor as well as indoor sports, because it requires stamina. So all these matters gets covered under third house. The body part which comes under third house are limbs, shoulder, arms, legs, feet, lungs, and nervous system, because they all signify Mercury. And third house also is the Karak of third house is Mercury. So third house covers our interaction and how do we learn to grow and explore. Here we learn to assimilate the information or perception, and we try to develop our ideas and making an opinion about any concept. First we collect information and then we assimilate them in our mind and make an opinion. For gathering information, sometimes we need to travel, because sometimes you have to travel. If you're sitting idle, then you can't get any information. So for gather information, we need to travel, and so the short travels and journeys, they also get covered under third house, because we have to go out from our home. But during lockdown, you can't travel and you are stuck at home. So how do you connect? Through social media, internet, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and many other platforms. I don't even know their name. So all these platforms tells about communication. Then we have our messenger service, Amazon, Flipkart, Zomato, Swiggy, courier services. All these things are making connection. All this, they are just, so all these things, they come under the third house. So anything which is making connection is the theme of the third house. So the retailer, trader, broker, people working for commission, all these professions, they come under third house. These kind of and other profession which you can consider under third house are like teaching, writing, journalism, printing, media, lecture, courier, selling, transport work, secretarial job, digital media, website making, tour operators, they all come under third house. If Sun is in the third house, then it shows our efforts in developing our ideas. We are focused. We want to come out with good idea or with feasible idea. And we are proud about our thinking process, because sun gives you proud. And moon in our third house will tell about our that we may try to develop our imaginative skill, or we may be a story writer, or we can communicate in an emotional manner. And Mars in third house will tell about the mental that we are mentally competitive. We are always ready to fight or compete with anybody. So that kind of people, or they may be very energetic, or they may be on the move whole day. Then Mercury can tell you about that you may be a writer, or you may be a writer, content writer, or you have a developed writing skill. And Jupiter in third house will tell that you may be interested in religious or philosophical material, or you can express, you may have very philosophical mind. And Venus and Neptune, they can tell you that you may have interest in singing, or you may be songwriter or a story writer. And Saturn can tell that the Saturn is again fear. Either it can tell that you may be fearful about with the sibling, or you may be serious in your studies. And Uranus may show surprising changes in the relationship with a sibling, or you may be interested in new things. And Pluto in the third house will show investigative or research work, or you may be interested in doing research. So many planets in the third house will show frequent changes in early domestic environment and an inquisitive nature. It will give adaptability to the person. This is a cadent house which shows change. The house earlier to it is the second house, which is a succedent house, and it behaves in a stable manner. And because we don't keep on changing our values. And third house is an angular house, and here person is very active, very in career you are very active. Fourth and 10th houses are angular houses. So we are always doing something or the other thing when the planets are in the angular house. And Mercury is the significator of third house. So this is my analysis of third house, because the third house is basically the language and the expression and communication and networking. Okay, thank you.